Hunting season starts that soon? Do you know what you're going to use to hunt with yet? Let's talk about it. What's up, Scruffy fam? Joe here. Hey, I know a lot of people are starting to get really excited about hunting season. A lot of people are still enjoying their summer. We're coming to the end of June. We're getting into July and August, and you know what? Here in Wisconsin, our hunting season starts on September 16th for deer. A lot of our other hunting seasons are all around that same time in the fall. Our spring turkey is already done. We're getting ready to go, and September 16th is when our hunting season starts. So we can start archery September 16th, but then the youth gun hunt is October 7th, and then November 18th is our statewide gun. Now we have a very long hunting season. We can go archery from September 16th all the way until January 31st for deer and January 7th for turkey. So we have a very, very long hunting season when you look at it that way. And when you look at our gun season, we have, I think it's a week-long gun season, but I've got the youth hunt and I've got the regular hunt. Then we have an antlerless hunt, and then we have a Christmas hunt. So we've actually got several different times when we can use firearms to hunt. And, you know, this is that time of year where a lot of hunters start looking at getting their permits in. If you're in a state that draws, you're looking at that. And some people already know what they're hunting. So you may be thinking about, okay, what am I going to hunt with this year? Because I really want to get proficient with it. We really don't want to wait till the last minute. I know here we have sight-in clinics like 2 weeks before deer season, and the ranges are packed. Come October, it is almost impossible to go to the range and have an open bay. You gotta wait until someone's done, then you get in and you're rushed to get through. Our range has a 45-minute rule, and if you've ever been doing any load development or anything, sometimes you know it takes a lot longer than 45 minutes. Now, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I've got a lot of opportunities during the day while other people at work to go to the range, but people take days off to go to the range to shoot right before hunting season. Now, I don't believe that you should start shooting right before hunting season. I think you should give yourself plenty of time. I think you should have a couple of months with the rifle that you intend to use, the caliber you intend to use, find out your rifle, the loading it likes, and use that. And get really, really proficient with it, because the more proficient you are, the more success you'll have if given an opportunity. So what I want to talk about is a couple videos ago, I said, help me find my hunting rifle for this year. And I gave us 4 options that we were going to look at. Well, a lot of things have happened since then. I've been to the range quite a bit, and I've really started to look at the feasibility of my different hunting options. And the first up, we need to talk about my Ruger M77 and 338 Win Mag. Now, the 338 Win Mag is a fantastic cartridge, is extremely capable of harvesting anything in North America, anything whatsoever. And I've been able to get that down to about a 1 to 1.5 inch group, and we're averaging 1.5 to 2 inch groups with that. At 100 yards on a whitetail, that if I hit the whitetail with the 338 Win Mag, it will kill it. But I like to be a lot more precise than that, and it's just not as much fun to shoot. I can do probably about 20 rounds of that at the range before I'm like, okay, that's enough. And you really want to be able to spend some range time shooting, and also it's the most expensive of all that I have. It's about $3 to $4 a round every time I shoot it. So we're going to remove the 338 Win Mag from the conversation. Next, my Model 70 270 Winchester. Now this one hurts my feelings a little bit because it's my dream rifle. I have been able to get that thing down to be super accurate. It is a 1 MOA rifle all day long. You can find sometimes it'll go 3/4 MOA. I haven't got it to a half I think I got it to half MOA once, but it's pretty consistently that 1 MOA, which is perfectly fine and perfectly acceptable for a hunting rifle. But my Model 70 is a Cabela's 50th anniversary limited edition. There were only 500 of the type that I have. It's a featherweight super grade. There were only 500 of those made. In the 270, there were even less. There were about 100 in the 270 made, so it is a very rare rifle. Not something that I want to have out on the woods getting all nicked up and dinged up. So after a conversation with my wife and a few other gun friends, decided that one's going to be a range gun. I'll take it out to the range every once in a while and shoot it and enjoy it, but it's not going to be a hunting rifle. It needs to stay something that can hold its value and be passed on to my kids someday. Hurts my feelings a little bit because it's my dream rifle, but that one's coming off the list. Because we took those two off the list, that would have only given me the 6.5 PRC and the 7.62 by 39, which are both great options, but we decided to add in our 243 as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the bullets, I'll show you the rifles and the setups that we got, and then we'll talk to you about the plan of how we're going to pick which one we're going to use this year. So, first up, we have the 243. If you guys don't know what a 243 is, here you go. There's the size of it. It is a short action. This is based off of the 308, so if you have a 308 action, you can rebarrel to a 243 if you would like. It's a 6mm. This thing boogies. Okay, this is 100 grain. Not a problem on harvesting whitetail. Very mild recoiling and is just a lot of fun to shoot. So let me show you the rig. This is my Ruger American 243. We've got it in MDT Oryx chassis. We have a Vortex Diamondback 4-16 scope on here. And this is just super easy to shoot. You guys may have seen this in another video when we talked about using your ballistic app to 0. That I had the Bushnell XT on there. I took that off and put this Diamondback on. It's a lot better quality than that one. And if it's going to be in the running for a hunting rifle, I want to have a much better optic on here. This one has a good parallax adjustment where that one didn't. And just good glass. So we're going to have this one in the consideration to be the hunting rifle this year. 243, this is nicely weighted so that it absorbs a lot of the recoil. I can spend a lot of time at the range shooting this and have no problem. And it's a Ruger American, so you know the accuracy on this thing is anything from a half MOA to 1 MOA pretty consistently. So the next one up for consideration is the 7.62 by 39. If you guys haven't seen that, there you go. This is a hunting bullet variation. Usually you find these in Full Metal Jacket. Otherwise known as the SKS round or the AK round. This is a 30 caliber bullet. This is 123 grain. And a 123 grain bullet and a 30 caliber will take a deer down, no problem. Let's look at the rig for that one. Alright, so if you've watched the channel, you know this Ruger American Ranch. So this is a Ruger American Ranch in 7.62 by 39. We have a Vortex Strike Eagle 3-18 on here. This thing is so much fun to shoot. It's a pretty consistent 3/4 MOA at 100 yards. Pretty consistent with that. We can get sub 3/4. We'll hit half MOA every once in a while, but very consistently, this is a 3/4 MOA rifle. It feeds the Hornady black ammunition great. We picked up some Winchester deer season that we're gonna try out of this, but this has hardly any recoil whatsoever. The limiting factor with this is that the range only goes to about 200 yards, but for most of the hunting I'm gonna do, that shouldn't be an issue. And I can spend a lot of time at the range with this, and ammo for this is very cheap. And last but certainly not least, 6.5 PRC. If you guys haven't seen that before, the 6.5 PRC, for all the 6.5 Creedmoor fans, this is a 6.5 Creedmoor Magnum. This bad boy has a lot of boogie. This is my 143 grain. So 143 grain against a Wisconsin whitetail coming out of a 6.5 PRC will make it dead pretty quick. Let's look at the rig. Alright guys, so this is my Mossberg Patriot Predator in 6.5 PRC. If you've watched anything on our channel, you've seen this before. A little bit different optic on it this time. We have a Blackhound Genesis 4-14 on here. The reason I put this on is this is a much better hunting optic than what I had on before. I had a 6x36 on here, and a 6x36 is great for target shooting, not so great for hunting. Just that 6 power magnification as your lowest end, probably not the best. Also, the glass in this Blackhound and the way this Blackhound has worked on some of my other firearms has been amazing. So we made the switch to put the Blackhound optic on the 6.5 PRC. I do need to take it to the range and get it zeroed again, but this rifle is a 3/4 MOA rifle. I'm constantly getting sub MOA groups with this. Bad groups with this are just over 1 inch, but most of the groups are around that 3/4 range. Every once in a while we'll throw a 1/4 inch out there, which is pretty nuts, but this rifle has exceeded all of my expectations. My first impressions of this, don't judge a book by its cover, because this thing just shoots, and shoots really, really well. Alright guys, so those are the 3 rifles and 3 calibers that I'm considering for deer season this year. Now I know for the youth hunt that my son's going to use the 7.62x39, just because it is my lightest recoiling out of all of my rifles besides my 22. When my wife fired that, she absolutely loved it. So she goes hunting, she is also going to use the 7.62x39. Now we won't be hunting at the same time because we have 4 small children, so one of us would go. She is definitely taking that. Me, on the other hand, I can shoot all the rifles we have, so what I want to do is I've got several different types of ammo for each one of the rifles. We're going to do a series of 3 separate videos of me taking all 3 rifles that are in contention to the range and shooting them. We'll get them sighted in, we'll see how they group at 100 yards, and which ammo they like the best. Then based on those results, we're going to see which one is the most consistent, which one is the most accurate, and which one is the most precise. When we figure that out, that will tell us what our hunting rifle is going to be this year, because all 3 of them give me the option of harvesting a whitetail here in Wisconsin. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I want to know, how do you decide what you're going to use for hunting season? Are you a 1-gun person, or do you have multiple? Do you have a specialty deer rifle, a specialty elk rifle, a specialty pronghorn rifle? I may get there someday, but right now, I'm going to pick one of those 3 to be my hunting rifle this year. Not a lot of time to get ready, so we're going to hit the range and figure it out. We'll see you guys next time.